Well, hello, and welcome back to a live-streamed organ recital from St. Paul's Cathedral, San Diego. I'm very pleased to be able to be back with you again here after a few weeks hiatus. We are back in action for this series every Thursday at 5:30. Every week we'll be back with you again, and I look forward to having you join us again. And as we can, going on into the future, we're also looking to bring some guest recitalists in from time to time, as we can get that worked out as well. So stay tuned for information on that too. This evening's program, I'm going to begin with Buxtehude's Prelude, Fugue, and Caconne in C, always a favorite piece of mine. I know of many organists, really known for its pedal work. You'll see that at the very beginning of the piece. If they're able maybe to get a close-up of that at the beginning would be nice. I had people point out to me, yes, I played the online organ recital at First United Methodist Church here in Mission Valley, San Diego yesterday, which had some very tight pedal close-up shots, and people have been pointing out to me how worn out my organ shoes are. And I guess I hadn't realized they're quite this bad. So if you look at them too, just kind of hope they don't absolutely fall apart during today's playing, because this I need to get some new ones. Anyway, one of my favorite pieces to play, that'll be followed by John Stanley's Trumpet Voluntary in D major. I'm putting more trumpet and organ music or music that's been traditionally transcribed for trumpet and organ lately. We're just having so much fun with our 4.5-year-old son, Charles. He got a trumpet for Christmas this year, one of his favorite gifts ever. He's picking it up pretty well. He got to come in here the other day with me and we were alone and kind of play along with the organ, and that was a highlight for both of us to get to do this. This is one of his favorite trumpet and organ pieces that I'll be playing second. Since we are back with you, I do just want to let you know, as we strive to keep everyone safe and do things as carefully as possible, you will notice I am the only person in the cathedral, in the building here, and there's one audio-visual engineer that's in another building, in another room. So if anybody has any concerns about any of that, I just wanted to let you know we're very, very isolated here. It's just me, and it sounds like I'm in here with a cricket tonight too, so I guess I do have a guest. You hear the cricket in the background. So I'll begin with the Buxtehude, and hopefully watch for flying pieces of shoe that don't come off while I'm playing. So I wanted to start off really bright and festive today. Those of you who know me personally or have heard news through St. Paul's or online know that my mother died fairly unexpectedly right at Christmas time. So it's been a very different kind of year for us this time of year, coupled, of course, with everything we're all going through with the pandemic and everything. So the last two pieces I chose really kind of in memory of her, and the Bach in particular, the Schmücke, dich, has always been a piece that for me just resonates so deeply with a sense of peace and calm, and is one that I know some other organist colleagues of mine share in that feeling. And I've had conversations at conventions and things, other people who will say when, you know, I really just needed time to clear my head or something, and sometimes I'll go to the organ and play through this piece just for myself. And so I hope that that comes through to you as well today too. This is a piece I have played before on this series, but it's just such a beautiful piece. I wanted to do it again for that reason again tonight. And one of the luxuries of an instrument like this absolutely fantastic pipe organ that we have here at St. Paul's, is that you can play a piece like this dozens and dozens of times and orchestrate it or register it a little bit differently and give it a different effect pretty much every single time. And one of the things that I've done is, so often as organists we painstakingly write down all our registrations and save them and make sure we can recreate them exactly the same way each time. With this piece, generally what I've done now is I've kind of abandoned all that, and every time I sit down to play it, I just come up with a different combination, and that's what I'm going to do today too. Using what has become one of my favorite chorale melody, just kind of singing solo stops on this organ, which is the great second open diapason. Just absolutely beautiful, wonderful, warm sound, and again, and for this piece, it kind of helps set that mood of just warmth and peace and comfort so beautifully. The closing piece, Pièce, Héroïque, is a favorite of many people. It was another favorite of my mother's as well. I played it yesterday at First Methodist, and at the suggestion of a couple other organ nerd friends of mine, I'm playing it again today, partly just kind of for fun to sort of be able to compare and contrast these two local instruments. And First Methodist is very widely known in its own right. It's the largest church pipe organ in San Diego County. There's a lot of very impressive features on it. This is another, I think, very, very impressive instrument too, that I've more impressive than many I've played anywhere. Well, anywhere, period, if I'll go so far as to say that. So for those of you that know the piece and know the two organs, it's a way to just sort of contrast and compare how that wonderful, well-known piece sounds on these two instruments. First up, though, is the Bach Schmücke, dich. So you hear in the right hand the melody, as I mentioned, the great open diapason number 2. That's the little bit smaller one of the two diapasons. The choir 8 and 4 foot flutes accompanying in the left hand, and the pedal 16 and 8 foot flutes for those of you who like to keep score of these things at home. Thank you for being with us again today. As I said, we'll be back every week again now, so join us again, set a reminder, be here every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Thank you so much.